Right, so as you can see here, we're about to have a braai, which is a really awesome traditional South African way of cooking food. But sometimes you want to have a braai and you just can't find the matches. For example, if you're in a wilderness environment and you just don't have anything to hand, or just some grass, or nothing to really start a fire except for your own 2 hands and a bit of imagination. So I'm going to show you a way of making fire which is really simple. All you need is 2 pieces of flat wood or stone or whatever you can find, some dry fibrous material, and a little bit of very fine powdered sand or ash if you've got some old ash from a previous fire, something like that. Alright, so here we go, let's start. Alright, so we've got some ash that's left over from our previous fire just over here, so I'm going to take just a pinch of the ash to put in the fire roll that we're going to make. So the method we're going to use is called a fire roll, and what you use the ash for is as something that will get really, really hot with the friction. So as you can see, this is not hot. I'm able to pick it up with my hands, and all you want is about a pinch of it to go inside. You don't want any rough stuff, you just want the fine, fine powdery ash. Okay, so let's go and see what we can do with it. Alright, so this is a piece of mother-in-law's tongue. It's called mother-in-law's tongue because of the sharp edges that it has. So this is the piece of mother-in-law's tongue that we had earlier, and this is what the fibers look like inside once we've removed them. So you saw what we were doing, rubbing the mother-in-law's tongue over the sharp edge of the spade or a knife, and that helps to separate the fibers and get the moist stuff out of it. What I'm going to do next is take this, first of all I need to roll this into quite a tight, almost like a cigar shape, and then I'm going to take the ash and put that inside, roll it even tighter using these planks, and then that will be holding all the ash in, creating that very strong friction that we need to make fire. So before we start, what we need to do is roll this stuff into a bundle, and to make it easier for ourselves without the fibers separating, I'm just going to take them in my hand and roll them into a bundle like this. Okay, that helps to loosen the fibers, makes them a bit softer, and also allows them to not separate when I'm trying to roll them a little bit later in the video. Okay, so I'm just going to literally rub it all together like this, getting it nice and tight like a bundle. So I'm just going to do it the way that I know how to do it best, which is just to make it really messy like a bird's nest like this. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it into a roughly sort of rectangular shape. Now I haven't got a whole lot of fibers, it's a bit of effort to make the fibers. I'm just going to do it with these few fibers that I've gotten. This was just literally one full mother-in-law's tongue leaf. Okay, so if I use 3 or 4 of them, I'm going to make a lot more fibers. Okay, that's what I've got now. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start rolling it. As you can see, I've got my sort of rough rectangular shape. It's got to be tight though. The initial roll is what's going to make this thing a success or a failure. Okay, so yeah, start the roll. I'm going to take a pinch of my ash and put it in there. Okay, not too much, and not having any of the clumpy bits, or as little of the clumpy bits as you can get. Put the ash in there. Okay, then we continue rolling it as tight as possible. Quite a little bit of the ash comes out, but it's okay, we don't need a whole lot of it. Alright, so that's how it starts out. Okay, so it looks like this. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to roll it with my palm to make it a tighter like roll. Okay, I'm going to start using the 2 planks that I made earlier to roll it even more. Okay, so now I've rolled it a bunch of times with my hand. It's looking really, really tight now. Now to finish it, I'm going to roll it even tighter with this plank of wood. Okay, oh, didn't put it straight. So it's really important that it's as tight as possible. If it's not tight, it's going to unravel when you try and create the friction. The great thing about this is that you can make 5 or 10 of these, keep them in a sealed container, and then take them with you when you're out on an adventure, and you know that you've always got an easy way to make fire. All you need is 2 flat pieces of wood or stone. Okay, so now I've rolled this thing into as tight a cigar bundle as I could. The next thing to do is to literally just use a lot of pressure and friction to get this thing to catch fire. Okay, so wish me luck, let's see how it goes. I'm actually going to move. Holy moly. Oh my goodness, it's so hot already. I didn't realize it would work that quick. I'm actually going to move this onto a flat area. It's almost there, it wants to go. Look, look, look. So where there's smoke, there's fire. You use this now in a clump of dry dung or grass, and that's going to make you fire. Oh. Woo! And there you have the fire roll method success. So you saw that I was using my knife first to try and get these fibers out, and it was an incredibly slow process. And it's amazing how much knowledge we can gain just by asking people that would probably know better than us. I went and asked Lyneth how to do this easier, or if she knew how to do it, and she immediately showed us the spade method, where you just take the whole thing and you roll it over a spade, which cut the time to create the fibers by 100%. I mean, way quicker. So, you know, just ask people that will know. Remember, this is a traditional type of fire making which has been passed on generations. Now, Lyneth probably didn't make fire with this, but she used it for all sorts of weaving processes. So really, really cool. Try it at home. If you like that video and you want to see more like it, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and press the little bell icon to get notifications. Thanks very much.